We're here, Kings MMA, with Beniel, Dariush. Let's check this place out.
Gym Crashers, come on in, follow us in.
Let's do it.
We're here at a unique time. Beniel's got a fight coming up. We're at Kings MMA Anaheim. You can tell some really cool pictures. That's his team on the wall. We have a Muay Thai class taking place here in one of the rooms. There's some live action going on there. As you follow me on the other side, this is where Benny teaches BJJ. There's some guys warming up. Class doesn't start for just a little while, but we're getting warmed up, getting a couple rolls in. We got a little bit.
The hour right there on the mat.
That's right. We got a lot going on here right now. There's striking going on. Then they're going to hit the ground. Fitness class was from 5 to 6, so plenty going on here. Come on and check it out at Anaheim. Kings MMA, located here on La Palma, East La Palma, right before you get to Lakeview Avenue. Right, we're Gym Crashers. We are here at Kings MMA in Anaheim with head instructor, UFC fighter, Benny Dariush. How you doing, Benny?
Good, how are you?
Doing good, man. So glad to be here.
Same. Glad to be here. It's fight's 2 weeks away.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of a special time. We got really fortunate in coming, a couple weeks out from your October 7th UFC 216 against Evan Dunham.
Yes, sir.
Right on. So it looks like you're pretty much in the zone,
Yeah, in the zone, weight cut. So with these things going on, I'm a little bit always more fatigued at night. Sometimes I won't be here when I'm tired, but today I feel really good. Had good training all day. Very happy.
That's great. It's good to hear. I like to see that. It's a great facility here. How long have you been here?
We've been here now a year and a half. We opened up. We actually took over another gym, and this place was completely different. With the mats weren't here. The mats that you see, the wall mats, and all that. We put a lot of work in little by little. It was a project,
Sure.
little by little.
Sure. No, I really like it. It's a cool setup. Got a couple different rooms, things going on. Clearly we have BJJ in here, which you take care of yourself.
Right. I teach BJJ, and Nolan teaches Muay Thai. He's been a training partner of mine since for a long time. And then I have my number one student. This guy's going to be my first black belt, David Chow. He runs the jiu-jitsu for the kids and some of the adults.
Very nice. And where did you start your jiu-jitsu journey?
I started actually near here. It was in Anaheim also. I started with a guy named Bruno Paulista, and I moved my way up from there. I worked with Bruno for a while, and then I moved over to Homo Bahau, who was a friend of Bruno, and I started training with Homo Bahau. Homo Bahau is one of the best jiu-jitsu practitioners of all time. He's considered one of the, if not the best, middle heavyweight in jiu-jitsu ever.
Interesting. Yeah, I know that you excelled at jiu-jitsu and obviously went through the ranks at a very, very quick time, and earned the rank of black belt probably under 6 years is what I believe right here.
It was, yeah, so first year, so it was because of the world championships. So my first year I was a blue belt, I won the world as a white belt, so I got my blue belt. Second year, I won it as won it as a blue belt, so purple belt in the second year. Third year, brown belt. I got hurt my fourth year, and then I received my black belt fifth year after getting second place at the brown belt world.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
And then stepped up into the world of MMA. Did that start with boxing, start with Muay Thai? How did you do that transition?
In the beginning, I was working with this guy named Anhison, and he was a Taekwondo coach. He knew a little bit of boxing, he knew a little bit of Muay Thai, just knew a little bit of everything. And I would train with him like 2 times a week, and I just got a call randomly for a fight. And the only reason I didn't want to say no was because I didn't want to sound like I'm scared, which I was terrified, by the way. I told him, hey, give me a second, let me think about it. So I took my time, I thought about it, and I said, all right, I'll do it. Let's just do this. What's the worst that can happen? Probably wasn't the best mindset. I ended up going and fighting, and I won a split decision. Honestly, the fight could have gone either way, and because of that was actually one of the reasons what made me go back. Because as soon as I lost, I'm like, I hate it. I'm never gonna do it again. And then left a really bad taste in my mouth.
Sure.
Split decision, didn't fight like I should have, and that's what made me want to do better. So a year later, I ended up fighting again. I started training with Rafael Cordero, and I fought again, and I won in the first round.
Did that change up your game considerably when you stepped into Rafael's realm?
Yeah, my complete understanding of striking kind of changed. The ability to catch a kick, answer a kick, the ability to be in the pocket, which is considered the danger zone, and find comfort there. There's a lot of things that he does that other people don't do, and the confidence it gives you to do those things is completely changed me as a fighter, obviously.
Sure. No, I look at the list of fighters that come from Rafael, and it's kind of amazing. Yeah, those are the guys that come forward, right?
Yeah, he's got a pretty amazing list.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. That's a cool team to be a part of. Eventually, you got your black belt. Did that come from somebody there at Kings, or?
No, it was from Como, Baja.
Okay.
Because I was still going to Rafael Cordero for MMA, and then I was still doing jiu-jitsu with Homo and competing. So I had my first two fights. My first fight was in the second year I was doing jiu-jitsu. So in about two and a half years, I ended up fighting.
Pretty quick, man. That's a quick turnaround.
Yeah,
That's savage.
It was like I said, it was just a call. Maybe I shouldn't have said yes because I was kind of nervous. But I think if I didn't say yes at that point, I would have never said yes, because I got really into jiu-jitsu. Sure. I got really preoccupied with jiu-jitsu for a little bit, and if I hadn't been for that moment, maybe I wouldn't have fought.
Things happen for a reason. It's a pretty storied fight history for you. You know, as I looked at it on SureDog and saw your matchups, I mean, there's a lot of big names on there. And
yeah,
you did very good.
It's funny. I jumped from fighting guys who basically had terrible records, because what would happen was I was supposed to fight a guy, let's say, who's 3-0, 4-0, and fight week he pulls out, and all of a sudden I'm left with someone who's basically 1-7 or something.
I see. Yeah, that's gonna
14
happen.
and 30s. You know, I was so grateful for these people.
Sure.
These guys that, you know, they have a bad record, but I was so grateful that they even took the fight, because I wasn't gonna be able to fight, which was gonna be, you know, it was gonna be terrible for me, because I had worked so hard. So these guys stepped up. I was super grateful. I took the fights. So a lot of people were like, oh, well, you know, he's 6-0, but his record's kind of padded. He doesn't have any.
I was thinking the opposite, because I see Jim Miller, I see Gary Cruikshank.
Right. This is all before that.
I get it. I built up, but you still worked your way up to some good stuff.
And then I jump into the UFC, and all of a sudden I'm getting all these killers. I'm getting guys. You know, my first fight was Charlie Brenneman, and I had seen him beat Rick Story, so I was a little bit nervous. I had a good fight with him. I go to lose my second fight, and then I just go on a big run after that, and move into the top 10. So, like you said, Jim Miller, there's guys like James Vick, Michael Johnson's on there. I got to fight a lot of cool guys, Rashid Magomedov. It's been such a cool experience to be able to go against guys like that.
Yeah, and you didn't have to do the show. A lot of guys are doing tough to kind of come up. It seems like you made your own path.
Yeah, I mean, I always thought to myself, I'm like, if the opportunity comes, would I do it or would I not? I really did. I want to be in the UFC really bad, and at that point, if I had to do tough, I would. But I was like, you know what? If I get a short notice fight, I'll take a short notice fight instead, and that's what happened. That's my first fight in the UFC, was a 3 weeks notice fight.
Very cool. I love it. Well, we're gonna take a look around the dojo. I know we're gonna cover some of the Muay Thai class. I know we have some guys doing BJJ in here. You have the big fight coming up, 216 on October 7th against Evan Dunham. Wish you all the best, brother.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us here.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, time. Let's work on the double leg now. The penetration on the double leg, how we're gonna work that. First, we're just gonna go over penetration, and then we'll go over the finish. So, if Vince and I have the same stance, so I have my right leg forward, he puts his right leg forward. Look what I'm going to do. The level change, the penetration, it's similar to the single leg. A couple of small differences you'll see in a second. So I change levels. I'm going to shoot. I reach out, and today, guys, we're working the knee touches the ground, right? So I change levels. I shoot. knee touches the ground, if you notice, I move him a little bit. I go forward here. Now, once I have here, if you notice, I want to hold his knees. I don't want to be up here. Here, his hips are really strong, he can get back. But here, I'm actually pretty strong. And this is why I want to see you guys. Ending up here, head up high. Don't be head down. It's too easy to sprawl. And head up high, kind of looking this way, strong. Okay? So, one more time on this side, and then we'll do the other side. For now, we're just going to work that penetration, and then we'll work the finish, okay? So here, I change levels again. I bend down. I reach my hands out as I shoot. And if you notice, I move Vince a little bit. I move him back a little bit. Now, I have my hands right around his knees. This leg is strong. I don't want to see this leg back here. This is a big mistake for the double leg. I want to see you guys' leg here. This is where you're going to be strong, okay? Now, if he has the opposite base, look what you're going to do. I have my right leg forward, he has his left leg forward. I'm kind of doing the similar thing, but now I have to drop my left knee. So I'm going to change my level, shoot for his legs, and my left knee is going to go down. So I change levels, I shoot my hands out, I step here, I walk up, and my knee comes to the ground. My knee goes between his legs. And I'm back here, similar position, head here. I don't want to see you guys do this. This is not a good idea, where you leave this leg back and you try to put your knee here. It's gonna get you in trouble. I want to see you guys get around the legs first. So I'm here, I change levels, I shoot, and I'm here, nice and tight, okay? I'll go over the finish in a second, but I want everybody to just try this a couple times, okay? So one more time on this position, on the opposite position. So change levels, leg goes outside, this drops in the middle. And I grab the legs right away. So change levels, shoot together, knee comes in, and I'm here, I have a good position. Okay, grab a partner. All right, thanks guys. Oh, no, come on. Everybody else, wait your turn.
My good homie David jumped in class over here at Kings MMA in Anaheim. What's up?
Not much. I just, I got off work. He called me to come over and see if I can help him out. And, I came in at 7. Everyone was welcoming. He had some really good technique. He also had a friendly environment. Everyone was really cool. It was a pleasure being here.
David's a good training partner of ours. He's a purple belt under Delo Jiu-Jitsu. So, what do you think of the class other than that?
It was great. It was a big environment. Everyone was nice. It's a pretty big facility. They have 2 mats. Nice.
Well, yeah, they do have 2 mats. On this mat, they had no gi. The next mat over there, they have beginner's gi jiu-jitsu. So, thank you, dude. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, Javier, how are you?
Good, how about yourself?
Doing wonderful. So you took some Muay Thai, did some Jiu-Jitsu. What do you think of Kings MMA?
It's great. You're definitely, you don't have an ego. Everybody's out to help you get better, fix your little nicks.
Nice.
You definitely improved a lot today. It was great. Took a lot of it.
Good, good. Is there anything specific that you brought away from this?
Yeah, I mean, just to improve my technique. Every time I would mess up, an instructor or whoever was next to me would come help me out. Just correct my mistakes.
Cool. Well, thank you for taking the class. We appreciate it, Javier.
It's great.
Awesome. How you guys doing? Hi. Show called Gym Crashers. Spencer.
That's
Nice to meet you,
David
Spencer.
right there.
Oh, David. Pleasure to meet you, man. You're your top student here. What can you tell us about your experience in this dojo and your journey with Benny?
Well, I met Benny in 2010 when he used to train at an old gym, Ralph Gracie, Orange County. When I came in, I was like out of shape, I was fat, and like honestly, I've never probably exercised a day in my life. And but kept showing to training, kept showing and training. Benny was kind of coaching there, and so Benny put some time into me because he saw that I was showing, and his logic, like, well, not logic, but like in his sicko mind, he wanted to take like the dorkiest person and mold him to a beast.
Yeah.
Because during that time we had another coach there, and what he would do is he would pick guys with like long limbs or like really athletic, and it's like, oh man, this guy's gonna be good. This guy's gonna be good. And then like those guys never stay. But Benny's like, nah man, you're picking the wrong guys. You need to pick the guy that's comes every day, 2 times a day. So that was me. And then he gave me some moves and helped a lot.
Cool.
Yeah, and I stayed with him ever since.
That's jiu-jitsu, right?
That's
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doesn't always take the biggest
Yeah,
guy in
man.
the room. It's technique.
I was getting beat up by like 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, man. It was driving me nuts. And then eventually I just started catching everyone, and it was great, man. I got addicted ever since.
Very cool.
Yeah.
How long have you been in jiu-jitsu now?
I've been training jiu-jitsu since 2010.
Okay.
Right after high school, you know, I was getting fat, and everyone was like partying and drinking, and I wanted to find something that I can do instead of that. And so I found jiu-jitsu, and then I wanted to do something different because I did taekwondo when I was a kid.
Sure.
So instead of sparring with little kids, I wanted to spar with adults and get more of a physical workout.
Sure. No, there's no comparison,
Yeah.
as you know. So how about competition?
Competition, I competed a lot from like 2011 after my first year as a white belt, and then I spent some time with Lucas Leach. He's a world champion as well.
Familiar with him.
Before Benny opened this gym. And so with him, I did a lot of competitions under Lucas. And then
Just local stuff, Naga,
I did some 5. I did a lot of IBJJF. I placed Pan Ams as a blue belt. I placed IBJJF, like American Nationals, as a purple belt. Haven't competed at brown belt yet. Took some time off. Graduated Cal State Fullerton with a degree in child development.
Can't knock that.
Yeah, and then as soon when we opened up, it was good, man, because now I get to work with kids, teaching what I love, so it's
Very
great.
cool.
Yeah.
How is that teaching kids? It
Man,
absorbed pretty well.
In the beginning it was rough, man, but with my degree it helped a lot. Honestly, he's patient, and then growing up I didn't have a little brother, so now I have like a bunch of little brothers and sisters, man.
Very
It's
cool.
great.
That's very rewarding,
Yeah.
I imagine.
Yeah.
Are they competing, even though they're at the
Yeah.
beginning states, I imagine?
I have a lot of kids compete. They all started with white belts. They all did great. They did like the kids world championships. 2 kids won, gi and no gi. It's great, man, because we're like honestly, jiu-jitsu is like the second thing I teach. First thing I teach is like hard work, what Professor Benny taught me.
So important, right?
Yeah.
Hard work, discipline, focus.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right? That's going to help them with everything in life.
Yeah.
Very cool.
sure.
That's a good story, man. I really like that. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. Good luck with your classes and your journey to black belt.
Yeah. Thank you.
Very cool. Gym Crashers. We're here with Nolan Tiedemann. Did I say that right?
Yes, sir.
I got it. Nolan's the Muay Thai instructor here at Kings MMA Anaheim. How long have you been here now?
Just about a year and a half.
In this location, or was there a separate location nearby?
This location we just opened up last year, February.
Okay. Because I remember I saw the signs and I almost positively remember it from the other side, but I guess I was just turned around. So this is where you guys have been. Where'd you train at before?
Still do train at the Kings Huntington Beach, the headquarters.
Oh, very
so
cool.
we kind of opened our own here, and but we still always train there.
That's cool. Keep it connected.
Mhm.
Who's the main coach over there? I know it's Rafael Cadero, but is he there often?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
his
yes.
spot, main spot. We
Okay.
also have a Kings in West Hollywood,
Uh-huh.
and we have a couple other affiliates in the area too.
Okay.
But as far as the actual Kings, we have Anaheim, West Hollywood, and Huntington Beach.
Okay. Who handles West Hollywood?
Also Master Rafael,
Okay.
but he also has instructors there too. But the main headquarters.
Huntington Beach.
Huntington Beach.
Right across from Ocean View High School.
Yep.
Very cool. How long have you been there?
I've been training with Master since 09.
09?
So quite some time. Yeah.
Well, so what brought you to the fight game?
Wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrestled in high school, wrestled at Cal State Fullerton, and then was doing my brother was training jiu-jitsu while I was wrestling, so I would always cross-train as well, and just kind of went from there.
Very nice.
See you Saturday.
See you Saturday.
So Long Beach Fight Night.
Yeah.
You know, as it was brought to my attention, you competed in an event that we're familiar with. How'd that go?
That was a cool show. It went well. It's my first. So I started wrestling, started grappling first. That was my first knockout. So ever since then, I developed my game. So that was a good show for me.
Right, so you actually come from jiu-jitsu and wrestling first and then got into the striking game.
Master Rafael really kind of shaped my game.
I like it. Are you still working on the ground game a little bit or just strictly Muay Thai?
No, I am. So here in our gym with our students, every now and then, also train with my brother. He's actively competing in jiu-jitsu. So yeah, always still doing grappling. But since I've been the head instructor here for Muay Thai, a lot of emphasis on striking.
Got it, got it. There's a lot going on in the fight game here, especially with your head instructor. You know, we've got UFC 216 coming up. How about yourself? What's next on the agenda? Are you competing at any level?
That's definitely something that's going to happen, but the main emphasis right now is just the gym. You know, it's our baby still, and a lot of focus on our students, and we also have students fighting as well that are just getting into the game, so they're to help. But getting that itch, you know, I definitely will fight again.
Great. No, we look forward to seeing that, absolutely. Very cool. Well, thank you, Nolan.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate
Good to have
the
you
interview.
guys. We're going to start jab cross hook. As soon as Chris catches for my hook, he's going to bring his guard tight. And then from my hook, I'm going to come around, open my body. From my open. So motion. 1, 2. 1, 2. Slow motion. I'm gonna leave there for now. You guys got it? That's it. 1, 2, 3,
All right, Gym Crashers, we're here at Kings. Andrew, how you doing?
I'm great. How about yourself?
Doing wonderful. You came in off the street. What you think of the class?
I liked it a lot. You know, I'm just trying to get better at fighting and stuff, so I thought I'd come through.
Cool. You take Muay Thai before?
No, never.
The first time, you did pretty good. Think you're gonna come back?
Oh, yeah.
Right on, right. Coach Nolan's a good guy, right?
Yeah.
He's just solid.
Definitely.
You live close by? What draws you?
I live in Anaheim.
Oh, not too bad. Very cool. So, how did you find out about this location?
I found out about this location through my friend David. He used to go here a couple times, but unfortunately he's not coming here anymore. But
Very cool. Very cool. I hope to see you again, man. Take care. All right, we got James here. Took the training class here at Kings MMA in Anaheim. What do you think, James?
Well, it's pretty good. Met with a lot of new people. They showed us a lot of cool stuff, different stuff. It was good to do a little bit different training, like Muay Thai. The Muay Thai class first, and then we did the Jiu-Jitsu class second.
Very cool.
And, I mean, it's a good little spot.
Mixed it up a little bit.
Yeah, mix it up. I was having trouble on some of the combos, and then they helped me out, showed me where I was messing up at.
Coach Nolan with Muay Thai?
Yeah, Coach Nolan Muay Thai. So he was helping me out. It was pretty good.
How about the takedowns? I noticed that it seemed like it was a bit of a challenge. You take some good takedown information away so you can apply it to your game.
Oh yeah, so it's still pretty new, so it's not one of my weak points, but today I showed him I need to improve on it, so
Sharpen it up a little.
yeah, I learned a couple new things, so it's pretty nice.
Very cool, James. Thank you for coming. Thank you for rolling.
Yeah, thank you.
Shoot it.
All right, we're here with Dariush, getting ready for his fight, UFC 216, just 16 days away.
16 days, yeah, that's it.
Had an awesome training session. Some new guys really liked what they had seen, what they had learned. Some veterans of his, they're doing just awesome. We saw war in that.
Yeah, there was a lot of guys going at it. One of the guys you saw in there was actually Giga Chikadze. He's a glory kickboxer. He's a multiple-time world champion in K1 and karate. So, and then you saw him grappling. He's getting ready to go into MMA.
Pushing. I can see it. Yeah, definitely raised the bar. Compared to what I see going on. When I saw that match, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, they were going at it. They were for sure trying to kill each other, which is what I need for him because he needs to learn the grappling game.
Absolutely. Very cool. Well, we wish you well. Thank you for having us. It was a great time here. Thank you so
My
much.
pleasure. Thank you for coming.
Kings MMA, Anaheim.